The Amazing Race 37 Recap, Week 11 Live Blog. Tonight the teams will fly to Porto, Portugal. Before they depart the Porto airport, they will do a valet roulette. This will determine if they will drive an automatic or manual car. Carson and Jack depart first. They feel like they look like an underdog team, but they've been racing well. Alyssa and Josiah are proud of how they've raced together and are determined to make it to the final leg. Jonathan and Anna say this leg will be stressful since it will determine who makes it to the final three. Han and Holden are used to fighting with their backs against the wall, but they are determined to get the job done and win the race. All four teams will be on the same flight, so they will be on even footing at the start of the leg. The teams land in Portugal. After the valets get them their cars, the teams get their next clue. They must proceed to Granjo, Vila Marim. Carson and Jack and Alyssa and Josiah get an automatic car. Jonathan and Anna and Han and Holden get a manual car. Their next clue tells them to roll wine barrels to a winemaking house to receive their next clue. Carson and Jack are the first to start the task. They must first paddle across the water before rolling the barrels. Meanwhile, Han and Holden get lost and stop to ask for directions. The other teams are struggling finding their next location while Carson and Jack are making a lot of progress. Eventually, Han and Holden arrive next and begin the task. Carson and Jack complete the task and receive their next clue. They must proceed to Castelo de Santa Maria de Feira. After they leave, Alyssa and Josiah arrive. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Anna are still lost and bickering. Anna asks if Jonathan wants to drive, but he says no since he claims Anna is worse at navigating. Han and Holden are the next to complete the wine task. Alyssa and Josiah are still working on it, but they complete it before Jonathan and Anna arrive. Jonathan and Anna stop and asks for directions. They finally find the wine task, and they're still bickering as they begin paddling. Carson and Jack are the first team to arrive at Castelo de Santa Maria de Feira. They learn they have a roadblock to complete. One team member must complete an archery task. After a team member hits the bullseye of 3 moving targets, they will receive their next clue. Alyssa and Josiah arrive shortly afterwards. Alyssa chooses to do the roadblock. Meanwhile, Han and Holden stop to ask for directions, and Jonathan and Anna are still working on the wine task. Jonathan and Anna finally finish the wine task while Han and Holden arrive at the roadblock. Holden chooses to do the archery task. Carson manages to complete the roadblock on his first attempt. He and Jack get their next clue. They can now proceed to São Bento Porto train station. Alyssa completes the roadblock on her second attempt. She and Josiah can proceed to the train station. Holden completes it on his second attempt too. After they leave, Jonathan and Anna finally arrive. Jonathan chooses to do the roadblock. Before he begins, he's already in the mindset that he and Anna will be eliminated. Carson and Jack and Han and Holden get on the first train. It departs before Alyssa and Josiah arrive at the train station, but they can't find the parking location. Alyssa and Josiah also get rear-ended by another car. Meanwhile, Jonathan completes the roadblock. He and Anna can proceed to the train station too. Carson and Jack and Han and Holden arrive and learn they must proceed to a wine house. Once there, they must complete a mosaic puzzle to reveal the pit stop for this leg of the race. Meanwhile, Alyssa and Josiah got lost, but they finally find the train station. Their train gets delayed, allowing Jonathan and Anna to catch up. Jonathan and Anna are still bickering when they get to the platform and wait for the train. The bickering continues when they board the train. Carson and Jack complete the mosaic puzzle first. They get their clue and learn they must proceed to the Douro River. Meanwhile, Jonathan and Anna and Alyssa and Josiah arrive. They make their way to the wine house. Alyssa and Josiah arrive while Han and Holden are putting the finishing touches on their puzzle. Jonathan and Anna arrive shortly afterwards too. Carson and Jack greet Phil at the pit stop, and he gives them the good news. Carson and Jack are team number 1. They will also get to fly business class on their flight back to the United States. Back at the mosaic task, Han and Holden finish and can proceed to the pit stop. They arrive and greet Phil as team number 2. Jonathan and Anna and Alyssa and Josiah are pretty much tied as they're putting the finishing touches on their mosaic puzzle. Jonathan and Anna seem to be ahead, But Jonathan drops a tile and it breaks into pieces. Before we see what happens next, the screen says, "To be continued." And that wraps up tonight's episode of The Amazing Race. Thanks for reading, and come back tomorrow night for a live recap of the season finale.